Alright brothers, I was lost and now I found myself, and I really wanted to talk about one super important point and highlight one thing that if we are not allowing ourselves to understand, to embrace, then we'll get not only completely lost but we'll be wasting up on our potential. And so this idea is all revolved around decision making, and more specifically about advice. So here's the big question. When you are feeling quote-unquote lost in life, or when you are feeling quote-unquote in need of an advice, what you're supposed to be doing. And so my enlightenment came after being able to realize that no advice out there is relevant. I would say 99.9% of the advice that is out there is not relevant. It's completely irrelevant. And the reason for that is that every single person, or quote-unquote gurus, who are trying to attack a general problem, right? And try to find a solution for that, is just simply too general. So for example, hey, how to lose weight? Okay, so here are the first principles. You have to eat less calories, or you have to actually put in less calories inside of your system than the amount of calories that you burn or you use up throughout the day. And so with that being said, the math is super simple. If you're eating less and you're also working out, so basically adding up the the calories that you eat minus the calories that you've been burning throughout the day with extra exercise that you haven't done before, then you can eventually reduce your calorie intake, and that will eventually lead you to losing weight. But most of the times, and you also know this, the problems are not this simple, so the problems are not this general. And so I would further specify this realization of mine with, yes, advices can work perfectly when you are on a beginner level, or let's say intermediate level max, because those are the parts of any journey where we just simply basics could be applied, because up to that point you just simply have very, very basic and very, very general problems. And just think about it as a pyramid, okay, or perhaps a reverse pyramid, okay, just like a funnel like this, okay. And so on the very top there are the problems which are broad and general, and as we are coming down and down and down, you can eventually find problems that, hey man, I've been working out for 3 years and I have, I would like to grow more my chest, but not necessarily my chest only, but I would also like to add in about like 5 kgs in muscle, and also I would like to bring bigger calves, and I would like to actually start like compete on Mr. Olympia, whatever the case might be. But you can understand that what I've been trying to add in are specifying the problem, meaning that you are just simply adding in more and more nuances. And so as we are progressing down towards in this funnel, then we just simply are adding in more and more nuance and more details into that question. And so if we are thinking about it from a bigger perspective, life is always like, everyone's life is just so damn nuanced pretty much all the time, then we just simply cannot have a generic answer for that. And so yes, if we are just simply grabbing one single part and we are seeking for advice which is beginner level advice, then yes, you can listen up to the general advice. So for example, hey, I want to lose weight. No, you don't have to overcomplicate it, bro. It's like, you don't have to overcomplicate. You just simply have to burn more calories, or your system has to use more calories than you are intaking. Like, super simple. Hey man, I want to build a bit. I want to make more money, with building a business. Super simple. Find a problem, find a solution, start selling. Just pretty much set up a Stripe account, form an LLC, reach out to people, fulfill the service. Bro, like, simple as this. Yes, these are the basic principles. Yes, and you have to find, this will be more nuanced because obviously you will require the skills and so on and so forth and so on and so forth. But here's the thing. let's say that you are 2 or 3 years in business and you don't have the problems anymore that, hey man, I want to know, bro, like here's the problem, you know, like my payment processor failed, and we are having you know, issues with cash flow, and not only that, but you know, within fulfillment, we are just too much tied up with our current customers. We cannot really grow fast enough. You can understand again. The problem is getting more and more and more nuanced. The problem is getting more and more detailed. And so I would say that 99% of our problems is like the problem that I just mentioned to you. So let's call them problem A and problem B. Whilst problem A is the super generic problem that you have, that, hey man, I want to lose weight, and you are again on a beginner level. Whilst problem B would be that, hey man, I just have a problem. You know, it's like the classic, pretty much everyday freaking problems, which are like specific to you, specifically tied to you. And so in every single instance, or not every single instance, but 99% of the cases, we will have problem B. And the biggest problems in our lives will be type B problems. And so we must understand that for type B problems, we either have to seek advice from someone